Hello, once again, everyone. This is Pastor Flynn from Christ Church, Missoula, with our weekly meditation. Our meditation this week is from Proverbs chapter 10, verses 18 through 21. Whoever hides hatred has lying lips, and whoever spreads slander is a fool. In the multitude of words, sin is not lacking, but he who restrains his lips is wise. The tongue of the righteous is choice silver, the heart of the wicked is worth little. The lips of the righteous feed many, but fools die for lack of wisdom. These four Proverbs are about speech. And Proverbs in general, the whole book of Proverbs has a lot to say about our speech and the power of words to build up or to destroy. The constructive and destructive power of words means that we need to be more intentional with our words as disciples of Jesus Christ and heed the admonition of verses like these so that we can put this powerful tool to use for the kingdom of God. The first proverb in verse 18 reveals to us the disturbing reality that people lie. Whoever hides their hatred has lying lips. What people say with their mouths may not be true of what they think of you in their heart. We are not to be like that. This verse calls us to be peacemakers. We need to follow the principles of peacemaking if we have something like that in our hearts, if we have something against another person before it festers and grows into hatred, which it will if it's not dealt with. We are not to pretend that everything is okay with our words when our heart is in trouble. The connection in this proverb with slander shows that if we leave conflict like this undealt with, we will be tempted to and will likely fall into the sin of slander and gossip, which goes hand in hand with hatred. A slander is spreading false rumors about someone in order to hurt them or damage their reputation. Gossip is spreading true information, but for the same purpose, to hurt them and to damage their reputation. Too many people's lives have been destroyed by gossip and slander. Both are tools of the enemy, tools for the fool, the proverb says, and are not to be tools of the disciple of Jesus Christ. The second proverb, simply put, tells us to stop talking. In the multitude of words, sin is not lacking. How many conversations have we been in and where everybody is simply giving their opinions one after another, trying to get a word in and establish their view as the one that everyone else should have? We often talk at each other instead of with each other. Years ago in high school, after reading these verses, I decided to put it into practice by determining not to give my opinion the entire day unless someone directly asked what I thought. In all the conversations I had that day, perhaps not surprisingly, I wasn't asked one time what I thought. Now, it was enlightening, also humbling. I learned that this proverb is not just about closing your mouth, but also implies the need to listen. The corollary, closing your mouth, is opening your ears to listen. We need to cultivate the skill to restrain our lips and to open our ears. Now, the third and fourth proverbs both encourage us that words are not just destructive powers, but they can be used to create health and create prosperity. We aren't given specifics in these verses particular on how to accomplish this, and elsewhere in Proverbs there are more specifics, but here we're not given those specifics, and I think that's a good thing. In light of the negative and destructive power of words displayed in the first two Proverbs, we must understand that we can actually build and strengthen people with our words as well as tearing them down. So how do we do that? Well, once we understand our words can heal, our words can be treasures, and can bring prosperity to others by imparting wisdom to them. And we realize that the next reaction should be, how do we do it? How do we go about doing this? And here we are encouraged to seek after it. We're not given what to do, we're encouraged to seek it. Often in Proverbs, wisdom is pictured as a treasure that needs to be sought. It's not just going to come to you. And the same is true here. In these Proverbs, edifying, empowering speech is a treasure to be sought, a skill to learn, and we're called to diligently seek it. May God grant that we would indeed be skilled stewards of the power of speech, that we would find that treasure, and that God would use our words to bring health and prosperity to his kingdom. Until next time, his mercy endures forever. Emmanuel.